Today is our last full day in Niue, and this morning we're actually going to go on a vanilla bean tour, which I'm pretty excited about. I already bought some. Might buy more. I don't really know why because we're going to be in a van and I don't have an oven, but we'll figure it out.
Big jump. They just started jumping right when we're about to leave. Let's see if they'll do it again. There it is. Flopped. They just flipped and twirled.
And there they go. There they go, just as Taku leaves. Oh no.
It's pretty sweet watching them right off the balcony. They come by every now and then later on in the year, the whales come by, so I'm sure that's even cooler to see. I think Lao's Getaway is the only place here that has this insanely good view, like right on the ocean. The resort is also right on the ocean, but most rooms don't have as good of a view as here. The dolphins are kind of distracting us from leaving. Hopefully we're not too late.
So initially when we started with all the other farmers here in Niue, way back in 2004 and 5, or before that, it was just the 2-3 rows there in the front. It's like a hobby thing. So I can come up here in the afternoon with my kids and then, do some planting, play around and kill the afternoon, and then we have another garden we can produce some crops. Basically, vanilla to us here in Niue have grown in the bush garden all around us, but we chop them down not knowing it's a cash crop. You mentioned earlier, you said the word essence. I never used it in my industry.
Yep.
It was always related to synthetic chemicals, fake.
Yeah.
Morning, guys.
So basically on the vines, this is when we start to harvest the vanilla, right? It's when they start to turn brown like this on the tip.
Yep.
This is the only time you harvest because you let the beans mature to full term. And once they turn brown, you pick them off. In other countries, they do the opposite. What they do is, because they have thieves all around them still, sometimes it's not, or most of the time it's not the full maturity. They have to cut the whole bunch of the vanilla beans out.
Yep.
And they cure it in hot water. That's why when you go into the supermarket and you see products and you buy the very small, thin, dried, that's the reason why. And also it's a different variety. You mess with nature, that's what keeps you. So what we do is we actually try what we call curing our vanilla for 3 to 4 months. It's a delicate process, slow. You have to do it. You do it fast, you end up with a really bad, low quality product.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see at the shop when we get there how we actually cure them. Eh? So even when you pollinate, you look after it for 9 months before you harvest, and you harvest, it's not even ready for the market.
Mm.
So if you send beans like this outside, they'll go to the rubbish because they're not cured.
Yep.
Once they're cured, it's the easiest thing I've ever exported in the world. One, the bugs never like vanilla beans because of the smell. So there'll be no bugs anywhere near the vanilla beans. So it's quarantine sort of risk-free. And in fact, some people buy beans especially to put in their little drawers to keep the bugs away.
How does it smell like that?
This is only when the aroma starts coming out. But when they're green, no aroma. So if you see taku, the ones you normally buy in the shops to use, they're not in that form and condition. They are a little bit fat because the skin is still there. And what you're really after is the caviar inside. So if you're trying to extract the caviar now out of those beans, it's very hard. And also the full aroma and the flavor is not developed yet. It's through curing that brings out the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
When I was young, if any child have a diet problem or not eating properly, you have to feed them raw or a teaspoon of noni juice, and that will improve their diet. But you only give them in small amounts because they really work. You eat, eat, and eat. It really improves the appetite.
Yeah.
It's medicinal. We've been using it. It smells like really foul wine and tastes horrible. Everything that's just horrible is good, huh?
Yep.
Really, really sweet is not good for you. So we're selling it now in Niue. But our forefathers eat it raw. Once it turns yellow, like that one, and there's one at the top there, one there, and they're not soft yet. They just eat it like an apple. No.
What does the vanilla bean give to the tree?
Nothing.
Nothing. So it's almost a parasite.
Yeah.
So it's not the symbiotic.
No,
Okay.
just the same thing. And of course, it runs through its life, and some of the trees die
Yeah.
because it sucks the
takes
life out of them.
it.
And if it's too much weight
Yep.
to hold up, it dies. And all we do is plant another one next to it.
Next one.
You can plant this one, so when you come back, you look for your tree. The length of a planting resource. Most of the countries, what they do, they plant them very short. Wrong. Why? It takes too long to produce. That's why they say it takes 3 years to grow a vine and then have producing fruits after 3 years. No. We find June it takes a year and a little bit more to need, yeah, and it will have flowers. So basically down the bottom, we need to expose the nodes or the roots down the bottom here. The leaves takes a long time to rot, so need to come out. Exposed. You wrap the vine around the supporting tree. So basically when it wakes up, started to grow, found a new home, the roots will come out and start latching onto the bark and it feeds, we hope, the water. If we use a local string, I used to buy it from the $2 shop. No need anymore. This is perfect. Why? It rots and falls away after 3 months. So you don't have to remove it. And it's free. So 45,000 vines. Oh, you're a natural. Would you like a job? Yeah, it goes up to the top here, and you can just loop it up somewhere at the top here. And at the bottom, you can use the string to keep them in place. Nice.
Maybe we'll come check on it in June or July. We'll see if it rooted, survived.
Yeah,
Yeah.
next to the papaya tree.
It's like cold. Yeah, take some.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
There's so much juice. The one in New Zealand, you buy the lemons in New Zealand, they're pretty big in size. The juice comes out is nothing.
Yeah.
Those ones are small, but the juice, it comes out really, really, really good.
Oh, I can make a good key lime pie with this.
Lovely. Smells nice.
Ended up buying a few vanilla bean products. I already had one of these, but I decided if they last 5 years, I might as well just buy another one. And I got to buy their coffee. And they're actually not even selling it just yet. But after the tour ended, I asked him if I could buy a bag, and he said yes. So super stoked to try that. And today is actually the day that we are supposed to be flying back, but our flight got canceled, and there is only one flight a week here. So as of now, our next available flight is in 1 week. We're hopefully finding out today by the end of the day if there's going to be a sooner flight available, because as nice as it would be to be here for another week, we actually have quite a bit of work to do, and we have a van to pick up in New Zealand. So fingers crossed that we leave in a few days and not a whole week, because the Wi-Fi situation here isn't the best for working online. I'm also being eaten alive by mosquitoes. I didn't bring mosquito repellent, and the only thing I could find here was actually someone saw me struggling with the mosquitoes and gave me a little bottle of natural mosquito repellent. For everyone here is super nice, so it was really nice of them to give me the little mosquito repellent. But yeah, I'm out of that, and I'm just getting kind of destroyed by them. So if you guys are planning to come here, highly recommend bringing mosquito repellent, because I haven't been able to find it anywhere on the island. I also recommend bringing an insulated water bottle, because it is hot here, and those little plastic bottles that you buy at the supermarket, that water is going to be hot in like 20 minutes, to be honest. Also recommend those like hiking sandals, because they have a lot of grip, and if you go down to like the beaches, the sea tracks, or any of the swim holes, there tends to be a lot of rocks that you could slip on.
For breakfast today, we're going to try something special. Something called nani. It is a traditional Niuean breakfast. We got some from Ian just yesterday, last night, and he had to track it down, but he was able to find somebody that was making it. And yeah, this is supposed to be pretty cool, really good. So I just gotta heat it up because it's actually eaten warm usually. We've been eating loads of tropical fruit like this dragon fruit, and we've been eating a ton of passion fruit, even pineapples. And this right here is a lychee that we also just got from a friend's garden that we made here. Yeah, we've been eating a ton of other fruits too, but no mangoes. Mango season is over. Jocelyn's favorite mangoes. Oh, this one We've been eating the pink one, and this one is white. So we've heard that the white ones are the best, but so far we've had the pink ones and they're amazing. They have been really good. And we did try one white one a couple days ago, and actually the pink one was better. Not sure if it was just that particular one that wasn't too great, but I've only just been able to separate the whole entire thing there. There we go. Got some dragon fruit. Alright, here we go. Let's try it. So this is like I mean, it looks like porridge, you know, like a rice porridge, and you're meant to eat it with this coconut leaf, coconut frond. Ooh. And it's made with arrowroot and coconuts. Look at that. It's like really thick. Mmm.
It's nice.
Sweet, thick. It's like a dessert, like one of those, like a mango sago kind of, that kind of like, you know, consistency. It's really good, but it's like basically a coconut sago, I guess. Little gelatin kind of pieces in there, really thick and creamy, and a lot of bits of coconuts.
It's really good.
This is really good. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's try dragon fruit. It's good. A little sour. I think it's
It's a little sour.
a little sour. I think, I mean, it tastes a little underripe, right?
Yeah.
Tastes a little under. Because the other one, the red one we had,
really
was
sweet.
so sweet. It reminded me, like, it was so good. It's like the best dragon fruit I've ever had, because normally we have dragon fruit, it tastes almost like nothing. Like literally just like water, right? But when you have it locally, and it is so much better, and it tastes exactly like almost like a really good watermelon with chia seeds in it. That's what it kind of reminds me of. Like a slightly different flavor than the watermelon, but something like texture is very similar, and kind of like that sweetness, but the seeds in it, yeah, those are like exactly like chia seeds. Since it's in a coconut, this is a young coconut, so the meat is really nice. Look at this. I pulled out the entire coconut in one piece. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up for this one. Niue was a really fun experience. We had a blast here. All the locals here are so nice. We met so many of them, and yeah, we just made friends here. And really looking forward to coming back and having more adventures here and catching a big fish here, either on the kayak or from shore. Catching that GT, I'm looking for him still. I'm gonna give it one more try today and maybe even tomorrow morning before our flight. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Next up is New Zealand. We'll see you there.